Hello everyone. Welcome back to another session of Lesson 1 Democracy What and Why. In my previous video, I've explained to you about different types of democracy. There are 8 main forms of democracy, and we have studied about direct and representative democracy. In today's video, we'll study about the rest of the other forms of democracy. The third is presidential democracy. Under a presidential democracy, the president of a state has a significant amount of power over the government. He or she is either directly or indirectly elected by the citizens of the state. The president and the executive branch of the government are not liable to the legislature, but cannot under normal circumstances dismiss the legislature entirely. Similarly, the legislature cannot remove the president from his or her office either, unless the case is extreme. In a presidential democracy, the head of the state is also the head of the government. Countries like USA, Argentina, and Sudan employ this kind of democracy. The fourth is parliamentary democracy. A democracy that gives more power to the legislature is called a parliamentary democracy. The executive branch derives its democratic legitimacy only from the legislature, that is, the parliament. The head of the state is different from the head of the government, and both have varying degrees of power. However, in most cases, the president is either a weak monarch, example is the United Kingdom, or a ceremonial head, an example is India. Fifth is authoritarian democracy. This is when only the elites are a part of parliamentary process. The individuals of the state are allowed to vote for their chosen candidate, but regular people cannot enter the election. Therefore, in the end, it is only the ruling elite that decide on the various interests of the state's population. Modern-day Russia under Vladimir Putin is a classic example of this type of governance. Even Hong Kong generally falls under the same category. The sixth is participatory democracy. The exact opposite of an authoritarian democracy is the participatory form of democracy. There are different types of participatory democracy, but all of them yearns to create opportunities for all members of a population to make meaningful contribution to the decision-making process. It empowers the disempowered by breaking up the state into small networks and prefers to empower community-based grassroots politics. Its value deliberation and decision rather than merely voting. Today, no country actively participates in this form of democracy, although the theories behind it are sound. The real-life application of this approach is fraught with complication. However, many social movements like the International Occupy movement, the Bolivarian movement in Venezuela, and the Narmada Bachao Andolan in India organize themselves around a participatory model of democracy. Seventh is Islamic democracy. This form of democracy seeks to apply Islamic law to public policies while simultaneously maintaining a democratic framework. Islamic democracy has 3 main characteristics. Firstly, the leaders are elected by the people. Second, everyone is subject to the Sharia law, including the leaders. Third, the leaders must commit to practice Shura, a special form of consultation practiced by Prophet Muhammad. The only countries that fulfill these 3 characteristics are Iran, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Malaysia. The other Islamic countries, such as Saudi Arabia, fit the bill of authoritarian regimes better than that of democracies. Eighth is social democracy. Social democracy arose as a reaction of neoliberal policies in international economics. Under neoliberalism, profit-making entities like multinational corporations can easily infiltrate other political states. They maintain a level of sovereignty and mobility that no government can counter. The power of the political state seems flimsy in comparison. Social democracy aims at empowering the state over the mere whims of the neoliberal markets. The state can increase its expenditure by providing free alternatives to overpriced private ventures. It may focus on providing free education or free healthcare so that people don't have to depend on profit-making corporations. Students, will continue this lesson in my next video. Thanks for watching.